Hello everybody, welcome to online class Choice Creates. We have third part today and Christel Crawford also is with us and me and Anna Omanovic and many translators from all over the world, like we are at the moment, I don't know, in like a lot of languages, and I wonder what we are going to create tonight together, and please contribute with your questions. Like at the moment, I don't know what to talk about. There is so many creations going on, like it's crazy. It's like creative September is in front of us, crazy creative September. Christel, would you like to say something?
Same, I'm in the same boat. I have about, 8, 9 classes going. Gosh, do I want to say something? Well, if you guys could get anything out of this call, what would it be? There, that's my contribution.
Hi, everyone.
Change.
I guess we have already a question. Here's one question from Macedonian participant, and it's, what if I choose, but a person or the thing doesn't choose me? For example, I choose one guy, but he doesn't choose me. What choices do I have so that guy choose me back?
Oh, we have teenager questions, like teenager question, like
They're my
maybe.
favorite questions. Like, how about never mind, move on to the next person?
I like the boy from the another class, and I don't know how to step closer to him.
Well, here's the thing, guys. You can't make anybody do anything, including people liking you back. You could go to a witch doctor and buy a serum. I think there's potions for that, and see how that works. But what I would do is I'd move on to the person that's actually interested. So you could start asking instead, like, who or what would be more fun than this?
So, like, you can't control people. You can be only invitation to something, and it's still up to them what they are going to choose. And the thing is, if you open yourself to possibilities, like, you really don't need anything, and like more things, more people start to be interested in you somehow. So, like, do more access classes, and your question might be, how can I get rid of people? How can I
How do I get rid of all these men that are
this guy?
every limb?
Not how can I invite this guy to my life? How can I get rid of him? So don't do access consciousness classes, don't do bars or body processes, and stay in your life trying to get a one person. Anything else, Anna, Christel?
No,
like when we are choosing, like I get to, like when you are choosing for you or really your reality, things are not supposed to be hard. They might not be always very comfortable, but you don't have to like prove anything or fight for things. What if choice for you is something completely different that goes beyond the definitions, and whatever that is? Would you like to destroy and uncreate it all? Right on, good, bad, pot, popcorn, and shorts, boys and beyonds.
I guess the only other thing I would look at is if you're really insisting.
Christel, we don't hear you.
Oh, I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I have shit in Italian internet. I apologize. The only other thing I'd look at is if you are insisting on going after somebody who's not interested in you, what is the value of being rejected? And for what reason would you choose that? If that's interesting to you and you like the pain and trauma and the drama of being rejected, then that's cool. That's another creation. You just may want to look at why you like it. What's fun about it?
May I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, in the first thing we spoke about changes, and you told me just choose. Yeah, so I tried to choose something regarding my body, And
Wait,
then,
wait. You said you tried to choose something. Can you, right now, will you try to stand up?
pardon?
You said you tried to choose something.
No, I choose something, yeah.
you did.
And the next day it was like, it was feeling better. And then there was a thought like, oh fuck, it's changing. Yeah, so it was, if I were afraid of this change.
No, fear's a lie. Fear's a lie. It's not true. Are
Okay,
you afraid or are you refusing to be potent?
pardon, can you repeat?
Are you afraid or are you refusing to be potent?
What's potent? Ah, okay, able to choose in this case.
Yeah. I mean, have you taken a foundation class?
Yes.
You know what fear is?
Yeah, in German I know what's the word of how
Yeah.
you use it.
In
Yeah,
English,
it's
yeah,
a lie. Yeah,
Distractor implant.
yeah.
Yeah. So is it real?
No, but it was there this morning, and I thought it blocked me in some way.
You're probably right.
Yeah, so I continued to say, okay, I choose this. Also, the next day, I'm going to see what happens.
So Silke, are you using your body or body problems maybe to avoid, to receive, to create, to show up?
Probably.
So like, what if you choose to show up? What if you choose to create life which you truly desire and you don't need to know exactly what is that? Like, you can just allow yourself to be more, to create more. And what if you don't need to use your body anymore or body problems or any other excuses so you don't need to show up?
Okay.
Okay. So what means for you to show up? How is that for you?
Yeah, I wrote down some things that I will be probably crazy, too crazy for this world.
So how many conclusions do you have about showing up? What if you just show up and you don't need to think about that before doing it?
Mm-hmm.
So all the conclusions you are using that you don't need to show up, would you like to uncreate and solve that?
Yes.
Pod and POC. So like, how many times are you like thinking before choosing? How much of your life is about thinking?
Too many times, too
So
often.
can you just stop thinking and make your life about being and doing things for fun, with ease, joy? What if you take it easy and you enjoy your life? What can you create?
I think a lot of things.
So like, just stop analyzing. You know what means analyzing?
Yes.
It means to create shit. It's anal. Okay? So
Okay. What is it? Analyzing. Okay, now I can go.
now whenever you are going to start to think, whenever you are going to start to analyzing, just think about Scheiße, about toilet.
Okay.
Okay? And stop it. Have a bad smell and stop it.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
that's
Dankeschön.
thanks.
So
Hi.
what if creation can be taught with total ease? How is this for you people? Like, what if we can invite more ease in creation? How much are you making creation serious? How much you are making it hard? How much are you making it significant? How much you are analyzing it? How much mental masturbation are you using about creation? So you never need to create anything. You never need to show up. So you can't be wrong. Everything that is would like to uncreate the destroy times Godzillion everybody. And we are going to use excess consciousness clearing statement, right and wrong, if you say yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, bottom pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And we have question from Portuguese question, is it Brazil, Mafalda?
Yes. So Aline is asking if you can talk a little bit about choice, choosing anti-consciousness, and choosing death in like suicidal death.
So there is no right, good, bad, wrong choices. Everything is just a choice. Life is a creation. So we can say that suicide is a creation, sickness is a creation. So everywhere you are making these things wrong, would you like to increase on that? And you are judging different choices of people. Would like to increase on that. So everything is just interesting choice. What I recognized like in last years, in last months, also like I'm not interested anymore in people who are choosing to be less. I'm not judging it. It's just, it doesn't work for me. Like you would like to be sick, you would like to kill yourself, fuck off. This is how I see it. This is how it works energetically the most. Like we are trying to help people, we are trying to heal people. For how long are you trying to help and to heal people? What if it's already for billions of years that you are trying to help to the poor? And how much are you helping to whole reality of being a victim? And you are sponsoring it. What if you stop? What if it doesn't work for you and you are interested in people who are choosing to be alive and you are not interested anymore in people who are choosing to be less? Fuck off. Like, I'm not interested in your avoiding of life. Like, choose more. Everybody can choose more. Like if you can be on this online class today, why these people can't be? Like there is some football match on the TV today or what? Like you are here, you are exploring, you are choosing more. They can also do it. They can also turn on the online class, but it's for free. This is the problem. This online class is for free. It's too easy, too much fun.
$1,000.
Yeah, Pod. So everything, all this brought up, everywhere you are trying to help to these people who are avoiding life, would you like to increase the so that? Pod. And how is this? How does this work for you energetically when you say it? I'm not interested. Like I'm not interested in your avoiding of life. How is this for you? Is this creating some ease in your universe? When you don't need to help any more people, when you don't need to heal them, when you don't need to be sponsor of reality of being a victim, is this better? Is this creating more ease? And follow ease. This is what I do. This is how I get this awareness. Like I follow ease, and this is like, wow, I need to stop helping. I need to stop healing. It's creating more joy. It's more fun. It's more ease. I need to stop sponsoring reality of avoiding possibilities, joy, fun, happiness. I'm not part of it anymore. Thank you. And everything is brought up for them book.
Yay! I have a question.
So we have one more happy person. Nina from Croatia just started to smile after this. One more happy person on planet Earth.
Yay! Thank you. What the fuck else is possible? Okay, I would like for all of us, all three of you, just to say, starting with Harris, please, more about choice. Choice is actually energetical, not thing, but it's energetics. It's not nothing actually cognitive. So Harris, can you just say a little bit more about choice? Yeah. How do you do it? Let's say that. How do you be it?
I can say one sentence now because I was just speaking. So yes. I would say, what do you know about choice, Nina? And then next, who is next? Christel, Anna?
Well, Nina, that's an interesting question. So what is choice for you?
Oh, am I the fourth one in this call? Okay. So, no, I'm joking. Okay. Should I answer out loud or just to be with that energetically?
Well, I mean,
And it's also for everybody here. It's not just for you.
Yes, of course. It's for everybody, of course, people.
So what is choice for you?
Actually, I stopped to define it, and that's great. It's really, I tapped into it. It's really just, I'm not even processing it as it's, something defined. I started to pick up on the energy and I just be that. I don't even, and sometimes, of course, when I'm not being, when I start to think and it's thinking, it's like, okay, wait, what am I choosing now? What is, okay, follow the energy, just go. Okay, ask question, go, follow the energy. So just, I'm still there.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 elements to actual creation, which is question and choice and possibility and contribution, and those all play together. They all,
Yes.
and you are the maestro of them. You know, you can lay in a starfish position and just not participate in the creation of anything, or you can participate, and those are the elements to participation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anna, please.
Yeah, like it, for me, I'm discovering choice. And from the beginning, I mean, for me, it was like, oh my God, that choice that you define it in your mind, how is, we, or I at least have been connecting this choosing with doing, mostly doing instead of being. So basically, I started to ask a lot of questions. And as you said brilliantly at the beginning, choice is about energy. It's a really energetic thing. And what do you know? What each of us know about it, that we have never actually looked at it and never asked about it, so that we never got awareness about it. And what is that for every one of us? And how much more can we be choice instead of doing choices? And also, I would like to ask you, actually, Christel, like Italy looks so good on you in that class.
I love this class. Oh my God.
I know. I was supposed to be there, and like we were traveling from Costa Rica like for, I don't know, 32 hours. So basically it was impossible to be almost impossible. But I would like to ask, like, what else is possible for you, and what do you know about choice after this class that we can actually talk about today? I perceive it like
those are 2 different questions. What do I know about choice and what can we talk about today?
Right. Totally. Yeah. Is there anything that you can share and we can actually exponentialize it or expand it?
Well, what would you have to receive about you in order to have the choices that are available to you? And everything that doesn't allow that to show up, can we destroy it and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Because most of us, instead of choice, choose doubt or fear, or, well, we choose. Do we choose the things that are actually going to expand everything, be more fun, bring more life, or do we tend to choose to go looking for the wrongness of us, choose doubt, choose fear, choose suicide, we choose all this weird shit that in this reality is normal. That's all normal, this reality stuff. Wanting to die, not having fun, that's all normal stuff. But what we actually have available to us is heaven, weirdly, like ease and joy and glory. But are those choices that you go after, or instead do you choose suffering, pain, and glory? And so my question is, like, how can you begin to exercise your capacity for choice in a way that you haven't yet? What would that be like? And I probably broke up in the middle of that because Italia.
Yeah, and like I know I read somewhere on Facebook something about, you know, in order to like choose more for you and choose life that truly works for you, is in order to do that, like the more you basically are acknowledging the brilliance that each of us is, the more can you actually access in it. Do you know what I mean? So can we talk about, is anyone interested to talk about that? Acknowledging the brilliance of like us, and what to actually do, like what can we actually practice every day to step into more of it, be more of it? Or do we go with problems?
I think we should go with problems.
Yeah, how to maintain the energy, our creations, is one of the questions. Well, I'm just wondering, people, like where are you interested? Where do we go?
Yes, Anna, please
Yes.
go there.
Yes, Anna, please, please.
Well, where do we go?
Please go for creation. No problem anymore.
Cool. Who's going for creation?
Great. So about maintaining, here we have a question how to maintain the energy of creations. Like whatever you are trying to maintain, whatever you are trying to keep, you are destroying it, you are killing it. So what if you don't need to maintain it? What if creation is like ongoing? You are all the time creating, you are all the time different questions, you are movement, so you are not keeping nothing, you are not nothing, you are not trying to keep anything.
The earth, yeah, the earth doesn't maintain, the earth creates and destroys. And all of it is included. So be like the earth. What would that be like? If you were being with and as the earth, with everything that you are creating, including all of your relationships, including with your body, does the earth ever do a problem, or does it just change? And that's actually choice. In those little moments when instead of doing a problem, you shift into something else, a different energy. Okay, if I wasn't maintaining this, what would I choose and what would I create? If I didn't have to keep anything the same, because nothing actually stays the same, that's a lie. Everything is constantly changing. Then what choices are available to me? This might be a very short Zoom.
So what does it take to access our demand and brilliance for ourselves and others, and create beyond our limitations? What does it take? Like I know that I think I was in Right Voice for You class 2 years ago, and Gary set out something brilliant, and he said, like, if you would truly see you like the brilliance that you be, you would never ever be able to make yourself wrong again. What if truly accessing the brilliance of us is like never ever seeing wrongness or rightness of us, but the brilliance of every creation that we have ever created? I can hear Christel, choice. Here's the comment.
I've done 1,800 videos on choice.
Somebody wrote, can we create energy ball? So like there are different tools in Access that you can use, and also different ways how to create something. You can ask yourself a question: what would you like to create in the world? What would you like to create on this planet, with this planet? And you can follow energy how to create that. What do you need to choose? What do you need to be? What can you what can you do? What can you actualize? So more this future is showing up that you would like to create with this planet. So there is you can use many access tools and whatever it works. And you don't need to use any tool because it's a tool that you need to use. It's about the future that you would like to create. And then you can use different tools like energy ball, energy pulse. Energy ball is written here in the comments, like different questions, different choices, whatever it takes, that you are more and more being it, what you would like to be.
Aris, there is a question here in the Israeli chat.
When you catch yourself killing one of your creations, that's Noah.
No, there's in my Zoom.
Israeli. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Go for it.
There's a question. Just a second. Why did we created all the Distractor implants? Why haven't we created ourselves bigger than that and beyond that?
Why you are asking this question? To get diploma for understanding. So we don't need to understand. You just choose more and you just go over it.
Like asking why is gonna keep you in the same circle, and how does that help if you know why? Does it change anything for you, or you can just acknowledge, all right, this is what I chose in the past, so what else is possible now? And if I know all of that, what if I just stop buying that as real and choose beyond, and outcreate the choices that I've been choosing until now?
You kind of have to look at where your interest lies right now. Meaning, if right now what you're interested in is why, is that creating anything? What could you be interested in that would create more? Like, for example, if I'm interested in why I'm doing a distractor implant, where does that take me? Does it take me into expansion and space and possibilities, or does that take me into the toilet bowl of trying to understand? And so if I'm choosing the toilet bowl to try to understand, that's an interesting choice. And then would I like to choose something else? So if why doesn't get me where I want to go, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Down into the toilet bowl or into a future that's more fun than that? So how many of you are using why to keep yourself in the toilet bowl of this reality? I don't know how that translates. And everything that is times a gazillion we destroyed and created all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all in shorts, boys and beyonds.
She's also asking, is it possible to pass to the generation ahead a life without distractor implants?
Why would you do that when half that generation or more wants to die? Why would you be such an asshole? You're assuming that the generation ahead of you wants more. That's a projection and an expectation. So what gift can you be to a reality without distractor implants? What gift have you been refusing to be? What gift can you choose to be?
And also distractor implants are not wrong. They are just one of possibilities. It's just something what you can also use. So how much are you using distractor implants? So you don't need to create, and you are using it to manipulate yourself and others. But if it's not a bad thing, it's just something what you are using to manipulate. So you can sometimes use also distractor implant to get rid of somebody. Like, what the fuck? Like.
And you can be very creative with the distractor implants and its creation too. It's just not necessarily the one that we say that we want to choose. and yeah, what if it's not wrong, and what else is possible with it? I think we had here also one question. When you catch yourself killing one of your creations, or you work with someone who kills that creation, how do you restart creation beyond it?
Do it.
What? Out-create.
Just choose.
Also, it can be that in this question, creation is pretty defined thing. It's one thing. So some kind of, you don't need to depend on one thing, or you don't need to do just one thing, one business, one way. You can open yourself to more possibilities, more flexibility, more changing. And this is contributing that business or creations are working better, are growing better when they are more flexible, when they are more changeable. You just change it. You just you create something else, you change it, you do something else. It's different. So from the past, we learned in the past from other people how to create very defined way, like one job, one business in this way. It's pretty solid, it's pretty defined how people are creating. And then you have a problem when something is not going well. So what if from beginning, whatever you are creating in your life, it can be with more flexibility, with more changeable, and it can create what can that create? So everywhere you are trying to create defined and fixed, and then whatever you are changing, changes need to be hard. Would you like to uncreate us for that? Pod and Pog. So about this creation that you are asking, Noah, like if you would create this creation more flexible from beginning, like this person which doesn't work for creation can just fall off. Like, do you get, like, it doesn't work, thank you, goodbye. Chick. Like from the pirate ship. Falling from the pirate ship. Hey! And then you say, let's go straight forward. So flexibility. Anything else, anybody?
Asma saying, with all these tools, sometimes I get lost and I don't know what to ask.
Ooh, somebody else. Well, maybe your controllable grandma got lost. Like control. Like how much are you trying to have control? And then with access tools, you are just confused.
Every single thing, though, about access comes back to the question of what do you want to create? And I think we get lost in the attempt to try to get that right. If you are trying to get creation right, you will be lost because you'll be trying to find the right tool to create your fixed result. If you let go of needing to be right and you simply continue to bring yourself back to that question of what would I like to create here with this person, with money, with my business, with my body, what would I like to have? That's going to continue to put you into this creative, generative conversation with yourself. And out of that will come, well, I'd like to create this. Okay, cool. Well, what does that take? Out of that comes a natural question. You become a question in that process. But when you're trying to get it right, you won't ever be able to find the right question. So what addiction to getting it right are you using to eliminate choice? Are you choosing? And everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and create it all.
Can you repeat the last sentence, please?
Yes. What addiction to getting it right are you using to eliminate choice are you choosing? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How to combine what you choose and what you do? What do you mean?
And like for whole life, there was like projection from this reality. You should be this. Like it was about what you should be, what you must be, and we can be very grateful that we have now our life. We created our life, our reality, and together with Access Consciousness and with all these amazing people, that we are exploring this question: what would you like to create? Like finally, it was about time that we have this question: what would you like to create? What would you like to be? And not anymore, you should be this, you must be this. And then how much you were duplicating brain of your parents and other people to create your life, to conclude and calculate their life. And then now when you ask yourself a question, what would I like to create? How much are you still trying to conclude it and calculate it from the brain of your parents and people around you, instead of being this question? It's too easy, too fast, too good. You can just be this question. Explore this question. What would I like to create? Can you just be it? What would I like to create? That's all. Like, enjoy this question. What would I like to create? You don't need to go to conclusions and calculations in next second after asking it. Okay? What would I like to create? What future would I like to create? What would I like to play with? What would I like to be? Just like be this question. It's too simple, too easy, too good.
It's too easy, Harris. Can you make a harder question?
Yeah, I can make it harder. How much do I need to work hard now with Access for 10 years so I can be like Harris or Christel or Anna? Everything that doesn't allow that, would you like to uncreate and destroy? Pod and pock. Everything you decided that is. Pod and pock. So like it's really like creation. It's about surprises. It's about ease. It's about glory. Like you can use Access mantra every day and it really works. It's incredible. And it's about too much surprises, too much beautiful surprises. So what if you allow yourself to be surprised? And Anna can say something about acknowledging the gift that you are. You wanted to say more, Anna. Can you say more? What can show up if you acknowledge how beautiful you are?
I was just putting out there the question, because like if we would start to look, it says my internet connection now is unstable. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
we
can hear you.
Yeah, I was just putting that out there, because if we were more looking at that and not so much focusing on the problems and trying to change, like fix everything that we have decided it doesn't work, like creation is so much easier and it opens up so much more than like, you know, having all those tools and then go through your life and see how wrong you are and then try to change all of that. It's so much hard work and it's never ending story, because it's never ending story. We are here for so many times, not necessarily just on this planet, but like what if instead of choosing to fix everything that we have decided doesn't work, we would start to seriously acknowledging the brilliance and beauty that we are in fucking unique way, each of us, and go with it. Like, why is it so, like, we are so addicted to still like fix us, get it right? How much in our world, like when we are talking about choices, like, oh, now I have to choose instead of this, and you put yourself in this choiceless universe, or in the universe where you have 1, 2, or 3, or 5 choices, instead of truly like this gift of infinite choice that we do have every day in every moment. So like what if we just start looking at that every day? Like, hey, what gift am I that I'm not acknowledging? And if I would truly acknowledge that, what could I bring? What gift could I be and choose and create on this planet? And would that planet be different in like 50 years if we would all start choosing that, no matter how it looks like, no matter how it, you know, feels like or sounds like? Just what if we choose that? How to recognize the gift that I am? Start asking, like, universe, I'm stupid, I don't get many things, would you help me? Can you show me, like, every day, what gift am I that I don't see? Can you show me in the most, you know, simple ways? Universe, show me magic, or show me what is this other thing that you get also as a tool, that you can ask. And then you're, you know, all of the sudden walking somewhere, you're on the way to the shop and you see that person crossing the street, and this awareness comes up about you being a gift. It's like it shows up the way you cannot predict, and that's such a magic. Yeah, like ask for it to see it more and choose it more. What else do you guys use to recognize the gift that you be? And be grateful for you, for all the bad or the good or the ugly, and for all the not so ugly things.
I'm now in the question, like, what would it take that my wife tells me after this class, you are such a gift, Harris? But I just face it. I'm so sorry. So there was one more question from Ursula. What if things doesn't work out like they should, and you run out of money, and then you can't choose whatever you want? So, like, how much, Ursula, when you were creating, how much it was about doing, and how much you were still avoiding to be? How much you are postponing? Like, what have you decided that needs to be your doing, your results, and your money, and then you can be? And what if you can be it today, and it's not, you don't need to do it, and you don't need to create money? Everything this brought up would like to create this. Paul and Paul. So how much the right doing, and like how much are using money so you don't need to be? How much you decided that you can be later after you do the right things and after you have money? Everything that is would like to create this. Paul and Paul. So what if you can be it now? And what if this is creating too much money, if you really allow yourself to be and to receive? And you don't need to do it about doing so much. Pod and poc. And this being is also about recognizing the gift you are. You need to receive it, what gift you are. How much are you judging yourself so you don't need to receive it? You don't need to see how beautiful you are.
And how much are we all waiting for others to see us as a gift? And then if there would be enough people to see us as a gift and as a brilliance, then we could maybe, but probably not, choose that for ourselves as well. Like, what if we would be the first person who'd be willing to see that for ourselves, no matter what others, you know, judge, project, think, feel about you? Who cares? Is that relevant? Like, are we gonna wait for everyone to see that, or is it a way easier and a way more expensive if we would start to recognize that in us every day?
I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a second and say that you're also a gift when you project and expect, but maybe not to yourself.
Totally.
And that is weird because consciousness includes everything, doesn't judge. It includes the projection of things should turn out a certain way, and they never do. It includes the expectation that things should go a certain way, which they never do. It includes all that. But our projections and expectations of how something should go, creating what you'd like to have? Or are they creating something else? This is where you get to start to take responsibility for the choices you're making. And the projecting that something should go a certain way is a choice. What does it create? Does it create money? Does it create happiness? Does it create ease? Or does it create dis-ease and unhappiness and less money? So if that's what projections and expectations create, then you would continue choosing them for what reason? It's interesting to look at that. Maybe you like to be unhappy. That's okay. Consciousness includes that too. But it's taking responsibility for every single one of your choices, including judgments, including projections, including expectations, are yours to make. Are they creating what you'd like to have? Or would you like to have something else? And what would you have to be willing to choose, demand of yourself to have that something different?
I'm so happy that I'm not translator.
I'm sorry, I'm really slowing down today too.
But it's like the brain goes off, like in the processing, like
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. Like
I'm so grateful.
I'm listening and not listening at the same time,
I know.
because it's even better if you don't listen to the words, like
Yeah.
just the energy.
Marin is asking, would you talk about how sometimes we choose to eat, smoke, drink our awareness away? Well, Marin, why don't you talk about that? You know something about it.
You can be good in eating and smoking and drinking. Like, don't stop it. Like, you can be like, very good in it. Like,
yes,
it can be one of your capacities.
it probably is one of your capacities. So how many capacities are you refusing that you truly could be choosing, that if you would choose them would give you total clarity and ease? Everything that is right, wrong, and bad, pod, all insurance, please, and beyond.
Thanks.
Can I ask something?
So, yeah, I would like we are aware of many things, and then we are trying to avoid our awareness. So we are using also sometimes food and some other things to avoid awareness. Like, I would say, ask for more awareness about yourself. What are you? Like, many times we can't imagine like what are our capacities and how aware we are, like how much we are perceiving. And to have more ease with awareness is also to have more awareness about yourself. Like, what are you really? Like, our capacities are like much more, like what if they are much more than we can even imagine, like logical or normal. Like, what if science fiction and magical movies are too little for us? Like, what if the truth is like 1,000 times more, millions times more than it's showed up in science fiction movies or in magical movies? Like, what if there is just like a small thing there, like just an itch, like just a whisper of it, and we are much more than that. And you can ask for more awareness. What am I? What are my capacities that I'm not recognizing? What are my superpowers that I'm not recognizing? And then when you are aware that you are aware, it starts to be with more ease. We are not there yet. We are still learning, but like it's coming. Like, sometimes for me after the classes, like especially when you have a seminar like class, access class, you are awareness on steroids, you can imagine. And then like if you step in the plane after 1 hour or 2 hours, like it's directly from the class, it can be crazy. It's better to go next day, like really like, and then like you can also drink like liter of wine or like whatever you drink, it just disappears. Like
See, drinking is a capacity.
yeah, so yeah, drinking can be capacity, so you can drink a lot and it can just disappear. It's just sugar. And we are unicorns, we are dragons, we like sugar.
There is a question here. Ronan is asking, how can I, how do you say it, actualize the choosing part in me? I find it difficult to connect with that. How do I do that?
Can you ask her how she stands up?
Okay. רונן, איך שואלים?
Ask her how she connects with the part of her that stands up.
Yeah, you can do that, no problem.
Excellent. Now, if she extrapolates that over into every part of her life, she'll be a rock star. See, the thing is, where we make choice hard is we want to get it right. So when you want to get it right, you slow it down, you don't do it, you look for the right one, you have to have reference points, you have to think about it, you've got to consider how everybody will feel. It's very time consuming. But when you begin to allow yourself to drop the need for rightness, one moment at a time, one choice at a time, that's when things get easy. So are you refusing ease, joy, and glory? Or embracing it? And what would it be like to embrace it, for fuck's sakes? Might be too easy, but it could be fun. Does for fuck's sakes translate?
And also Pedro is having a question. So what to do when there is so much to improve and it feels like giving up? What
Just
to
give
do?
up.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah. So like how much are you using like these possibilities to make yourself wrong, to judge yourself, Pedro? And what if nothing is wrong? What if nothing is right? What if nothing is good? Nothing is bad? What would you like to be today? Like, what would you choose today?
But one of the choices that I've also given myself that has created a lot is the choice to give up. I could tell you a whole story where I just had a moment. I was so overwhelmed and all the things, and I laid back on my bed and I died. Only after I laid back and I was laying there, I wasn't dead. And I'm like, how is this going to work? How long am I going to lay here before I'm really dead? Am I really going to stay here that long? I am hungry. I get hungry. The kitchen's right there. Like, how does this giving up thing really work? But there's been so many times where I've actually given myself the choice to give up. So give yourself the choice. Go play with it. See what it's like. Death is just another choice. Giving up is just another choice. What if you gave yourself total choice and didn't make any of it wrong? What would be possible?
I was exploring also on this class that we just have at the moment, how we can be contribution to each other. Like, what if we can be allowance to each other? All people here on the class, and what if you can be allowance to yourself? So you are not making yourself wrong, you are not making other people here wrong, you are not making it right, you are not making it good or bad. Like, what if you can explore allowance with yourself, with all the people we have at the moment, like 200 people live in different languages and more, and like with all the people here, what if we can be interesting point of view to each other, interesting choice, and you can be a question, how can we be contribution to each other, and like nothing is right, wrong, good or bad. Like, it's just like we can be also awareness of what gift these people are, and whatever they are not choosing to be it and they are avoiding it, it's just fine, it's just cool. We can be aware of each other, and we don't need to make each other wrong or right or good or bad. Like, and thank you that you are being here, and how can I be the biggest contribution to you that I can be, and what can this create, and what future can we create on this planet if we are being more and more of this to each other. Anybody dizzy? And we are also slowly finishing. Anna, would you like to say something? You just don't know.
Thank you all for being here, and yeah, what is possible from now on, and what is the life that each of us would like to see on this planet or somewhere else. And don't make yourself wrong for anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be anything. But if everything is just a choice, and it's annoying to hear that, I know I can hear that, and well, let's explore it. Let's be it.
Thank you guys so much for coming to play with us. And if you would like more, we are all going to be in Greece, facilitating all kinds of fun things. Actualization for me, Harris is doing foundation and a 3-day body class. Anna is doing talk to the entities, and Allison is doing conscious horse, conscious rider in October. So we would love to see you there or anywhere to be able to hug you in person.
And also Mary and Marcus are hosting doing access pass class before that, and facelift class. And it's like 15 days of classes in Crete. And I wonder what can show up there. And there is really like funny registrations from all over the world. Really, like, I think yesterday somebody from Brazil registered. So people are coming from all over the planet to Crete, and we are going to play in the access playground in the middle of Mediterranean Sea. And like, I don't know, like with all these creations, you can just be questions and gratitude. It's just like, they are so much beyond that it's really hard to like make conclusion, like, what the fuck is this? Like, what else is possible? Like, yoo-hoo. And thank you all for being part of this. Like, we are really creating something together that is beyond our imagination, and it's already going on, it's already actualized. Like, Christel is going to have also class about actualization. If you have some problem with actualization, it's good that you are resisting to this class to keep the problem.
Don't come if you have a problem. No.
Like, with all these questions, also I was also working on mobile phone about the questions with people, like access consciousness, like everything is on the plate. You have all the classes waiting for you. All these tools are here, like, and we created all this together. We were asking for this. We were asking for more of life worth living to show up, and this is why we have these online classes, why we have access consciousness. It's here, and it's just like next step forward. Everything is ready, so just jump on it. And it's really like too easy, too good, too much fun. It's too fast, like whatever you are going to choose, it's like wow. And thank you, and see you soon, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Christel. Thank you, Harris. Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you, beautiful people.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, translator.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
What
Bye
else is
bye. Thank you. Bye bye.
possible?
What else is possible?
What else can we be?
Che molto piacere, contiamo con te.
Bye bye. Non mi creano tolga il microfono.
Ya estamos tablas.